Viewers and subscribers, welcome to another episode of In a Week. I'm your host Sohaim. Today we're going to do a book review on this book called SPQR, A History of Ancient Rome by Mary Beard. So now, let's get into the book review. Mary Beard is an English scholar on the subject of ancient Rome. She was a professor of classics at the University of Cambridge. She is renowned for her documentaries and media appearances on ancient Rome. In the epilogue of this book, Mary writes, and I quote, "I have spent a good deal of the past 50 years of my life with these first millennium Romans. I have learned their language as best I can. I have read a good deal of literature they have left us. We do Romans a disservice if we heroize them as much as we demonize them, but we do ourselves a disservice if we fail to take them seriously." The way Mary approached ancient Roman sources in her book is that these sources should be understood as documents written with a certain attitudes towards various issues. The ancient writers were as biased as we are towards everything. It is also important to understand the context and beliefs of these ancient writers so as not to treat their reports as reliable sources for the events they addressed. More importantly, modern writers must understand this while writing the history of Rome, so we do not end up with a fictitious history. I personally find Mary's approach very objective and free of scholarship fantasy biases. It is what I call a scholarship free from Peter Pan mania when it comes to the classics. This is the very reason why I chose to read this book. In SPQR, A History of Ancient Rome, Mary Beard has covered almost 1,000 years of ancient Rome's history. It spans from the foundation of ancient Rome to the point when Emperor Caracalla granted Roman citizenship to every person living in the Roman Empire. During this time, Rome went from having tribal leaders known to be kings to the foundation of a republic to its transition to an empire. Mary Beard has presented ancient Rome's history in her book to readers in a way that it is more relatable and understandable. For example, she talks about how Romans themselves wanted to be perceived as opposed to their reality, how Romans wanted to be remembered, where one can actually know this by going to their tombs and read the summary of their lives. She discussed the problems of governance and succession in ancient Rome's government, the evolution of Roman politics, the personal triumph and tragedies of the rich and famous Romans that are well known and documented, as opposed to numerous unknown millions who perished without a trace about their lives. The political attempts from preserving the power of the Roman elites to keeping Roman citizenship from expanding. Also, how ordinary Roman citizens knew their leaders that was only via minted coins in their pockets. No matter who ruled and what system governed the Romans, the ordinary Roman simply went about his or her day-to-day business, very much the same as the people today. I really enjoyed chapter 11 of this book. It is titled The Haves and Have-Nots. In this chapter, a reader learns anything from how rich Romans paraded their wealth to the society to children laboring in dire working conditions. The bar culture in ancient Rome, where people would enjoy eating, drinking, and perhaps gambling to turn their low fortunes around for the better. To be rich was preferred as it is today. Poverty was to be avoided if you could. Also, to be living adequately at one moment was no guarantee for the next. Petty crime was high in the city that sometimes people were deprived of their entire life savings. These are very human issues we also see play out in our lives today. In my view, Mary Beard did justice to ancient Rome by presenting us its history in a relatable way. She not only brought the lives of the Roman elites to light, but also the lives of ordinary Romans. History is exciting when it is relatable And Mary Beard's book SPQR, A History of Ancient Rome, is just that. It is exciting and relatable. If you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, and comment below. Help the channel grow. Thank you for watching in a week.